What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. I am here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Saturday, September 13th, 2025. My name is Chris Drummond. I am a freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, which I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a very special guest that's coming on with me today. She has guest starred on shows like Lucifer. She's also been on The Gambler. She's also been on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., just to name a few. Her name is Raquel Pomplum, and she is an actress, and we are going to talk to her about her why of getting into the film industry, into media, being an actress, and we're also going to ask her some get to know you questions. So without any further ado, Raquel, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you for having me. That was such a great introduction.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on, girl. And like I said, you're absolutely glowing right now. I know it's a
Oh,
casual look, but you are glowing right now. So I love
oh
that.
my God. I appreciate it because I was running this morning. I was like, oh my God, let's get ready.
You are good. You are good. Trust me. No doubt about that. Now, my first
Thank you.
question to you, you're welcome, is the same as it always is for everybody that comes on here. And that is, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Is there any inspirations, maybe growing up in San Diego, California, which I have an affinity to because that's where I was raised as well. So,
No
tell me,
way. I
yes,
love
absolutely.
it.
And we'll talk about that too.
Yes.
Absolutely. Tell me, what is your why of why you wanted to become an actress and be in the media industry?
Oh my God. You know what, Chris? I did watch some of your podcasts before coming into your and being
Hmm.
interviewed by you. And I kept
Hmm.
thinking, oh my God, I have to be ready for this question. And
Hmm.
I'm still not ready for this question because what can I say? The real why, and I'm a big believer of honesty and just being truthful. Who all my supporters who have been following my trajectory for the longest time know I'm the biggest open book. So the real why is, and it's just as simple as I love performing. I'm a
Okay.
performer. That's
Okay.
that's who I am. It could be that it's in my blood, or I don't know. It was a way for me to deal with trauma when I was little. I people who go through trauma usually minimize their trauma because they normalize it, right? They're like, oh, but my trauma wasn't that big of a deal.
Sure.
Until I went into
Sure.
therapy when I was an adult, I was like, oh, maybe it was kind of big of a deal.
Right, right,
Right?
right.
Yeah. So I can say that I had a great childhood. My parents were very present. They were there, but and then they did the best they could. So um with that said, there was still, my parents were not perfect, right? That my
Sure.
dad had a lot of anger that he had to deal with, and probably didn't do until probably now. So so we did go through a lot of emotional trauma, and I feel like half of the maybe why my why of wanting to perform was trying to get out of that drama and that trauma when I was little, because
Sure.
since I remember, I always wanted to put a show for my parents. Always, I was like, okay guys, sit down, it is time for the Raquel performance, right? For Mother's
Okay.
Day, for
Yeah.
Father's Day, for
Okay.
Christmas.
Mhm.
So I feel like a lot of us performers are born with that drive, right? We just love getting into the different psyches of the different characters, portraying that emotion, that situation, and bringing it out to life, right? The writer writes it, but we bring it out to life. We perform it. We
Absolutely.
we emote that. And I think part of it is that I'm a huge empath. And I know a lot of people are like, empathy, like, it's overrated. But I don't know. I can feel people's energy. I can project people's energy. I feel like I can comprehend and be empathetic about other people's energy. So I feel that for me, being on stage, because I started performing as a dancer. I'm a trained ballerina, so it was first
Okay.
in dance. That's where I experienced performance in dance. A little bit of theater when I was in high school, but that's another complicated story because I
Mm.
I I grew up half. of my life in Mexico and the other half in San Diego, right?
Right,
So
right,
my first language is Spanish. So when I went into theater in English in high school, English was still kind of not as it is now, right? So I think that kind of blocked me a little bit in terms of memorizing lines and stuff like that. So I kind of like blew it off for a minute
right.
and chose dance as a performance because I could express emotions. I could emote them. I can, is that even a word? Emote them? It
I
is,
don't know
right?
if
I
it's
don't
a
know.
word in the Webster's dictionary, but
But
listen,
we just
it's a
did it
word here.
right now.
We just did it right now, so it's cool. It's
And
cool.
I could make people feel either happy, excited, sad, whatever that case had to be without speaking, right? So, my why, honestly, I love performing, and I think it comes from that place of trying to switch the energy in the room. I think that's what it is, and I think it comes from when I was little, and I just love it. And obviously, when I was thinking about it, like, but what is the actual why?
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
know deep down I'm a person that wants, to spread positivity, to spread kindness, to spread honesty, to spread inclusivity. So I think that being in a position of art, you can do that. You can um what's the word? I'm blanking out on the word right now. I'm thinking in Spanish, that's why. Spread. I did say spread, right? You can spread that. You
You
can
did.
you can direct that emotion that you want to, even if it's sadness. Like, I feel
Right.
like sadness is so overlooked, and we need to be able to be comfortable in sadness and frustration and anger so then we don't go and explode on other people, right? So
Absolutely.
I feel like my why, first and foremost, is just I just love performing, but the deeper root of that why is it's part of the empath that I am. I want to be able to, you know, um just I don't want to say normalize, but just um what's I'm trying to think about it, like just not travel, but like be able to go through the emotions and just,
Mm.
put I don't know, like if you
Like
watch,
experience different things is what you're trying to say? Like experience different things?
but also bring the viewer into experiencing with
Oh, okay,
with my
got you.
performance. Yeah. So
Okay,
uh
okay.
my inspiration, speaking of inspiration, one of the biggest actors, and it's a range, and I want to go because I think that if you can do comedy and go the complete 180 and do like sad drama, to
Right.
me you have a huge range of
Absolutely.
emotions, and in your craft, right?
Hmm.
So I feel like Jim Carrey has been able to do that. I feel like Robin Williams was able to do that.
Hmm.
There's a lot of comics that Adam Sandler has been able to do that, that can
Yes.
do that. And they're my
Yes.
biggest inspiration. I've always been in for comedy, okay? But
Hmm.
I also want to be able to say, but I will accept the whole range, I will
Right.
walk with you. If I can recreate a character that will make you feel included and not alone, I am here for it.
Hmm.
So I think the root of me wanting to perform, it also comes down to that inclusivity, to that I still can't think of the word, but drive the energy. That's one of the things that I love about DJs. DJs can do that. You're da 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 da, right? You're pumping, and they're like,
Absolutely.
"Oh, but now slow down, dude."
Right,
Like,
right.
okay,
They kind of change it.
okay,
Kind of changes the vibe, changes the mood,
and
changes
they
do that.
have the whole front. What is it like? They're in their driver's seat of that, right? So
Yep.
it's all. I think it comes down to emotions. What is my why? I just want emotions to be included, recognized, and feel everybody included. I don't know.
I love that. No, I truly
Yeah.
do. I love that why. And listen, it's a lot to unpack there, but I love that first
I know.
answer. I really do. I love that first answer because your why is about loving to perform, right? And
Yes.
I think that people in media, if it wasn't for sports, for me, I would probably do theater, to be honest with you, because I have a lot of love for theater, especially musicals. I love musicals to death. So
Yes.
I'm a
Same.
huge
Same.
musical buff. For sure, no question about that. But you also want to be impactful with your performance. You know what I mean? You want to be impactful. You want to draw, like you said, draw the audience in. You want to
Mm-hmm.
transcend. You want to be able to be relatable.
Mm-hmm.
In your craft, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's the same thing for journalists. You know, when we write things and we cover
Yes.
things, we want people to read our stuff and feel some kind of emotion. The same way
Mm-hmm.
you want people to feel after seeing you on the screen. So I totally understand that for
I
sure.
just got chills from that. I just got chills from that.
Mhm.
1000%. Yes.
No
Yes.
doubt, right? I feel you.
Yeah.
I'm locked in with you, girl. No question. I'm locked in. So
And I feel like anybody as an artist has that deep down rooted, at the end of the day,
mhm.
it's about the emotion. But yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Mhm.
Now you went to Bonita Vista High School, if I'm not mistaken. Doing a little
Bonita
bit,
Middle
like I
and
said.
Bonita High.
Yes, a school that I know of an area very well in Chula Vista. Know that area very well. Um, I wanna know also you went to Southwestern College as
Yes.
well,
Hmm.
if I'm not mistaken. I want to know were there any other schools that you were considering going to other than that, and if so, what were those schools?
So it was UC San Diego.
Mm,
And well, I guess back then my mind was kind of like very limited
mm-hmm.
because we couldn't have my parents couldn't afford to send me to transfer to the 4-year college. So in my mind was like I had to stay local so I didn't have money for dorm and
Right,
dormitory and staying over, right? So
right,
I was like, let's just stay local. So I wasn't even thinking about UCLA or USC or anything like that. But the funny enough, the major I picked was biochemistry. So it had nothing to do with the arts, right? So in my
right.
mind was like, well, San Diego is kind of like a little mecca of biotech. So I'll just stay here. It is perfect. So I did put all my eggs into USC, right? No, UCSD, right?
UCSD.
And
Yep,
I
yep.
already forgot. It's been so long. I didn't even think about state, right? San Diego State. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, UCSD is the way to go. That's the biotech mecca. Let's just go there.
Mm. Okay,
And
okay.
as you shouldn't put all your eggs in one college, right? I
Right,
didn't get
right.
accepted. I didn't get accepted because for any science, asking for financial, what is it, financial aid,
Financial aid.
uh,
Yep.
yes, you have to have a 4.0 or above, right? And I had a
Right.
3.8. So they're like,
Mm.
no, you want financial aid and you have 3.8? That no, go back to school, right? So that was it for me. That was it. I was like, oh, I can't afford my last 2 years of my major.
Education. Right.
What am I going to do? And at that point, that's when everything pivoted. So I think this is the part you missed, and you're going to be surprised. And I'm surprised that you don't know. But that's when I was working full time. I was going to college full time. I was already married.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my coworkers was like, "Well, you used to model, didn't you?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, but the thing with modeling is that I was modeling between 12 and 16. So by the
Oh,
time I was
okay.
16, and that's another story. So I had a sister-in-law back then that she was modeling. She brought me into the industry and I was like, "Oh, let's
Mm.
do this." And it was for fun. I did a few catalogs in San Diego. It was fun. But I stopped growing at 16 and I was 5'6". I am 5'6". So I was 5'6", and they're
Mm.
like, well, for modeling, you don't work at 5'6", right? You got to be at least
Mm.
5'9". So I was
Mm.
like, so I stopped. So I was like, okay, back to school, focus, etc. Right?
Sure,
Biochem.
sure.
And my coworker was like, well, you used to model. Why don't you just go back to modeling? Do something that will give you like a big check. So do something like, I don't know, get into Hooters and do the Hooters calendar or Sports Illustrated. And then at the end, she just popped it. What about Playboy? And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
girl, I am married. I didn't even think about the fact that I'm Hispanic, because my parents are not even very religious. I
Right,
didn't even think about that. I was like, I'm married. How am I going to pose for Playboy, right?
right,
So,
right.
long story short, I told my husband's like, why not? Because my husband is probably one of the few people in my entire life that have seen me in my tiny little environment of a nerd.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the few people that have experienced my nerdy side. One of the few people. And the other probably three people that have experienced my nerdy side, maybe
Mm-hmm.
five, are my parents and two classmates that I was going through pretty much the whole major together. We were going through the whole major
Oh,
together.
okay.
And that's it. Nobody knows that side of me. No one knows that side of me. So
Okay.
my husband's like, there's no way you're not going to finish your major. Like, you have to. Like, this is like, you're so good at it. There's no way. If you can post for Playboy, get the money, and go back to school, why not?
I would say the same thing. That's a smart man. No
So here I
question.
go. I send in my pictures. I'm like, I don't even have big boobs, but whatever. I send in my pictures. I get called in. Cut to, I am Miss April 2012.
Yeah,
Cut to, I win Playmate of the Year 2013.
you do.
And then that's it. The rest is history. I get into acting. I get into major league modeling. And I haven't stopped since then. I didn't even go back to school.
And listen, and Raquel, when I first saw, I'm gonna be honest. When I first saw you, I was like, wow, that
Aw,
face
thank you, Chris.
definitely is a modeling type of face. Now, what attracted me was the actress part because I was like, okay, I definitely would love to talk to an actress, love to see her process of getting into acting, maybe modeling. She might have a great story to tell, which this is a great story to tell because it's a non-traditional story of getting into the industry, right? It's a ways of
1000%.
and that's great, and that's amazing. That's why I was so attracted to that. Now, the fact that I did find out that you did do Playboy and you was Playmate of the Year, I was like, okay, I'm finally putting two and two together. This angelic face, this beautiful person,
Oh,
okay,
thank you.
Playboy. I'm like, okay, this is what's up. I love that. But the fact that
Yeah.
you told me about school and then what I didn't know was the biochemistry part. I was like,
Yeah.
biochemistry, modeling,
Yeah.
Playboy. I'm trying to connect the dots here, and I'm having a
They're not
hard time
connectable.
connecting. No, I'm
They're
trying to
not
connect the
connectable.
dots. I'm like,
No.
So not only is she very beautiful, very skilled at what she does, but she's also a biochemist, so she's hella smart. I'm like,
I
damn.
mean,
I'm like,
technically I'm not, but I could have been.
right, right. But
Yeah.
I'm even saying going for that major though, going for that major, that's even crazy. I was like, yo, that's I gotta talk to this one. This was like I gotta at least send a message, and I'm so happy that you applied. I'm so happy you did that because I was like, yo, that was great, that was amazing. But I,
Yes.
I always thought to myself, I was like, okay, you know what? There's a lot of ties here because also you growing up half in San Diego, half in Tijuana, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken. I'm
Yes.
very familiar with Tijuana because I used to always catch the trolley down there from San Diego, as you know, the trolley, the red trolley.
Yes.
I graduated high school in the early 2000s
Okay.
as well. So I graduated at Kearney High School, which
Oh, nice. Okay.
which is in Linda Vista, as you
Uh-huh.
probably know.
Mhm.
And then I know about Bonita Vista being in Chula Vista. So I used to go to church out there. I used to go to
No
church out in
way.
yeah, I used to go to
I
church
love
out in Chula Vista for sure, for sure.
it. Uh-huh.
So I was like, I wanted to talk to her as well because I wanted to, which follows up to my next question, which is San Diego. What is your favorite like place to I would say go in San Diego to like hang out?
If I go back and visit for some reason, I don't know why, but actually there's two places. So I really love downtown San Diego. I just love going back
Yeah,
to downtown. I don't know
the
why.
gas
I
plant.
I don't even know why. Yes, the gas lamp. I don't even
Hmm.
know why cuz I didn't even party that much there. By the time
Right.
cuz as a San Diegan TJ hybrid, you go
Hmm.
party down to TJ, right?
Oh
It's
yeah,
cheaper. It's just
it's much
cheaper.
cheaper and it's wild. It's wild down there.
Yeah, and it's
No
wild. Yeah.
question. No question. Yeah.
And so I didn't really party that much in downtown, but there's something, I don't know, it makes me feel like home. And I grew up in Chula Vista, so I'm like, that's not even home for me. Like East Lake is
Hmm.
home for me. Bonita
Yep.
is home for me.
Yep.
Um, but I don't know. There's something about downtown San Diego that I love, so I love always going there. I think it's the convention center. It just
Yep.
being like the heart of Comic Con. I just like being there. I don't know.
Man, no, I
I
love
don't
Comic
know.
Con. I
I know,
love Comic
same.
Con, no doubt. So one of the places that gets slept on in San Diego, because like I said, and I went to elementary school out there, which was Edison Elementary. I went
I
to
love it.
Taft Middle School, which is in
Uh
Sierra
huh.
Mesa, and I love that. But one of the places that gets slept on that I really love was Horton Plaza. Do you remember Horton Plaza?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
it does
yeah.
get slept on. Yes,
Yes, not a lot of
1000%.
people, not a lot of people know about that place, but that place
Mm-mm.
had Planet Hollywood over there. That
Mm-hmm.
place had like so many good stores over there. And I'm a huge person. I love that place. I love going there to Horton Plaza because
Yeah,
you can easily take the
same.
trolley, get dropped off,
Yep.
and just do your thing. That's one of my favorite places.
And I feel
Um,
like even as a San Diegan or San Diego itself, I don't think it's like even that trafficked. Like I don't think a lot of
no,
people go to Horton Plaza. It's really
mm-mm.
underrated. Really, really underrated.
It
Mm-hmm.
is because you have
Mm-hmm.
Mission Valley Mall, you have Fashion
Mm-hmm.
Valley Mall, you have those two.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right, those two particular malls, and they're right next to each other, pretty
Mm-hmm.
much. If you get on the trolley and stuff like that. But another place that I really love was Mission Beach, where the
Oh
roller
yeah.
coaster was.
Which
Um,
was my second place. Mission Beach was my second place. Like around
mhm.
there, like SeaWorld, all that. There's something about that place, Coronado, like
Mhm.
that. Like that's to me, that's like I feel like in San Diego.
Right, right,
Yeah.
no doubt. I'm with you on that, girl. I'm with you. Now, hold on. I gotta ask you because I'm vibing with you really good. When is your birthday?
Oh, October 24th. I'm a Scorpio.
You a Scorpio. Okay, no
Yeah.
wonder. No wonder I'm vibing with
Why?
you. No wonder I'm vibing with you well. I vibe with Scorpios pretty well. I'm an Aquarius.
Oh,
So
yes. We're supposed to
yeah.
be besties.
Right, right, right. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I'm an Aquarius. I'm February 2nd. So yes, that's
I
my
love
birthday.
it.
Mhm.
A Groundhog Day. I can't say it fast.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep.
I was raised by an Aquarius. My mother's an Aquarius, so
Well,
I
see,
love you guys.
listen. Well, obviously, your mother is a wonderful woman because
She's
already she's an
amazing.
Aquarius. There's no
Yeah,
question
of
about it. So
course.
shout out to Raquel's mom if she ever
Woo!
watches this for sure. No question.
Oh, she
All
does. She
right.
watches everything to this day, everything, and I love her for that.
Okay. Well, definitely thank you for Raquel's mom when you do watch this. It's amazing. I want to ask you some favorite questions, and I'm gonna
Okay.
get just give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions that I asked you, Raquel. So here we
Okay.
go. Okay. Favorite meal you like to cook?
Oh God, favorite meal I love to cook?
Hmm.
Chiles rellenos.
Say what?
Chiles rellenos, which is stuffed peppers. It's the stuffed peppers, the Mexican meal. It's chiles
Oh,
rellenos.
oh,
Favorite. The most intricate meal to cook, and yet for some reason it's my favorite. I feel like I got accomplished something when I do it.
okay. When I do pull up to California again, I don't know if you in, I'm not sure if you're in San Diego, Los Angeles, or whatever, but
I'm in
uh,
LA. Let me know, and
please,
I'll be like, come over, have a
please,
meal,
please,
have a good
okay?
meal.
I'm definitely gonna be in LA this next February because that's actually where the All-Star game is, covering the NBA All-Star game. So the
Oh,
All-Star
that's
game
right.
is gonna be there.
Nice.
So sports wise, but I'm also gonna be in San Francisco covering the Super Bowl, which is also out there in California. So yeah,
Nice.
absolutely, no
Nice.
doubt. Okay, I'll definitely have to say hello. That's for sure.
For
Um,
sure.
my favorite meal will probably be tacos for sure. I'm a huge taco person.
It's an easy, very delicious and
Mhm.
nutritious easy go to.
No doubt, no doubt. I
Hmm.
agree with that. Favorite concert you've ever attended?
Oh, this one is so sad and hard and easy, sad and easy at the same time because I haven't attended that many concerts as much as I would love to. And
Mm,
you would think, right? Uh, but I've probably attended, oh, let me think, like five concerts in my entire life. No, it has been more than that. It's probably like six concerts. But I have two favorites and two
okay.
different reasons. So I guess my very most favorite is Mana, which was in concert in San Diego at the Cricket Stadium.
Hmm.
Because it's a long story, and I'm not gonna go into it because we might have like we will be here for hours. But it was the first concert that I went to with my dad, and I was probably like 12.
Okay.
And this is a concert that my mom and my dad should have gone together. And my mom was the nicest, and she's just pure. She's an angel. I won the tickets on a radio station, and because
Mhm.
I won the tickets, I wanted to go. I had no business being there. And my mom's like, well, yeah, then go. And I'm like, and to this day, as an adult, as a mother, I tell my mom, why the heck did you not
Right,
explain to me that this
right,
was a moment for you and dad? Like, why
right,
did you do that? Right? uh,
right.
I don't understand. And she, to this day, she's like, well, I don't know. You were so happy and I wanted you to, experience it. So it was my favorite because it was a great experience. It was my dad's favorite band. I won the tickets, but it was my dad's favorite band. Like,
Hmm.
it was Mana and, what's, Carlos Santana. So
Oh,
it was
okay.
those two Latin. Yeah. So it was half and half. And then, which are two of my dad's favorite bands. So this was something that my mom should have gone with him, but whatever.
For sure,
And
for sure.
it was the first time that I smelled weed. And it was a great experience because my dad's like, do you smell that? That's weed. You don't smell that. You don't do that. You don't do nothing with that. You walk away.
Hmm.
And we walked away, right?
Right, right, right. Oh,
And
wow.
I'm such a daddy's girl, and I've learned so freaking much from my dad. And that was another lesson that I got from my dad. And I was like, okay, no weed. But that didn't last long, but whatever.
I was gonna say, I don't know if that lasted long, Raquel.
No, no. I needed it. I needed it medically at some point in my life. So
Listen, I feel you. I feel you. Some people do. Some
yeah,
people do.
yeah.
No judgment here, though.
So
No judgment here. Go ahead. Do your
yay.
thing.
And then the other one, he's just my favorite. I admire him. I love him. I love his music. But it was a Pitbull concert in Las Vegas, and that was another one. But I actually enjoy every single concert that I've gone to. I've gone to concerts of people that I enjoy and love. So obviously, you're gonna love it, right?
Right, right, absolutely. And those are two great concerts to go to, no
Mm-hmm.
question about that. Um, I'm a huge concert goer. That's what I love to
I
do.
love it.
I would say The Weekend is definitely one that I loved.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
Oh my goodness, he puts on quite a show. No question about that. Got a chance to see him twice.
Nice.
Once in Atlanta and once in Chicago. The concert though that definitely surprised me, that shocked me the
Uh huh.
most, I would say, is Ozuna. When I saw the Ozuna concert, I was like, "Wow, this is." I didn't understand many of the damn words he was saying. Let's just keep it a buck. I did not understand much of what he was saying,
Even
but
me
when
speaking Spanish, I don't understand half of what he's saying sometimes.
hello, you know what I'm saying. So,
Hmm.
but when that Sosa, there's a song called Sosa.
Uh huh.
And when it came on, everybody was dancing, and so was I. I was
I
moving,
love
and I
it.
was like, "Oh man, he's really good. Ozuna is really good."
He's good.
And then I remember doing a concert for security. I used to do event security.
Oh,
And
nice.
I did Romeo Santos. Now, for some reason,
Ooh.
ladies went absolutely ballistic when he came out, and I was like, "What is going on with y'all? Like, why are y'all running to the stage like this? Like, what's going on?" I turn around and it's Romeo Santos. I was like, "Oh,
Oh.
okay, I can
Hmm.
understand. I can understand why.
Hmm.
I see that brother is." He came out to the crowd and ladies was trying to grab him and everything. There was somebody threw their drawers on the stage. Like it was wild. Like I was like, this is crazy. Do you like Romeo
I love
Santos
it.
like that?
I love him. He's, well, not like that, but he's such a romantic. I'm such a hopeless romantic. I
Mm.
love his music, and I can definitely melt. I can definitely melt, but I wouldn't throw my underwear at
Okay, that's
him. I
good.
don't think I would do that.
That's good because I didn't know what to do when I saw it fly over my head. I was like, "Are we just gonna act like that didn't happen? We just gonna act like
Yeah.
drawers wasn't up in there?" Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Show
Okay.
must go
Okay.
on. The show must go on. He's doing his
It
thing.
does. Hmm.
Oh, so I love that. Favorite
Nice.
place you've ever traveled to, Raquel?
Japan. It has
Wow.
to be
Okay.
Japan. Tokyo. I went to Tokyo and I only had one day to explore it because I worked one day. So it was for Playboy's 60th anniversary tour. So I worked one day and then the next day we had one day to explore it as much as we could from Japan, and we did. And I cannot wait to go back and take my husband and my daughter because they have to see it. And we have to see it like for a whole week. We have to go for a whole
Yeah,
week, if not a whole month, right? But I mean, we can get a week.
absolutely. That'd be amazing. That's awesome. I
Yeah.
love that. I have to ask you for some recs on that because I've never been to Japan, and that's
Oh, it's
definitely on my
beautiful.
bucket list for sure.
It's and everything's just it's another degree. The vibe, the energy, the respect, the everything. It's just the culture. It's the food. Oh my god, the food, the
Mm.
food. Sushi. Once you have sushi in Japan, you're like, you come back and you're like, what is this? What's this? Like, what is this?
Oh, I definitely have to ask you about that because in my 30 plus years of living, I've never had sushi before. I've never tried sushi.
Really?
Yeah, I've never had
Ever, ever?
sushi. Ever, ever, ever.
Oh well, then if you're gonna try it for the first time, do it in Japan.
Okay, okay, say
Yeah,
less.
yeah.
Words from you, from your lips to my ears. I got you.
There you
Say
go.
less.
There you
Say
go.
less. Here we
But
go.
I've been with Playboy. I've traveled many places in the world, and there's a lot of places that are up there, and there's still a lot of places that I want to go to. So, but right now, Tokyo is the one. Tokyo is the one that I want to go back to so
That's
badly.
awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
I would say for me it's Jamaica. Jamaica when I went there, it was great. It was amazing. Went there on a cruise. My dad set it up a cruise on my dad's side of the family, and we went there and just jerked chicken. The rice was good. The food was good. The beaches was good.
Food.
The water was clear blue. I mean, it was
I
just so
love
clear.
it.
It was so
Yeah.
beautiful out there, Raquel. It really was. So yeah, that's my favorite for sure.
That's one of my bucket lists. So Jamaica, Philippines. For the romantic in me wants to go to Paris so bad.
Okay,
So
okay.
everywhere in the
I
world,
love
I
it.
want to go to India, Taj Mahal. I want to see it in person. I want to touch
Me
it. I want to
too.
walk.
Me too.
Yes,
Yes. Yeah, I think that
yes,
would be
yes.
pretty dope. That's awesome. I love
Right?
that. It's
Yes.
great to hear
Yeah.
another person say that. It really is. That's amazing. Okay.
Yes.
Um, I'm a sports person. So I'm gonna ask you a sports question. It's a two-parter,
Okay.
okay? So favorite
Okay.
sport you like to watch on TV, favorite sport you like to attend in person. They could be the same sport.
Okay. Watch on TV. I don't know if I have a favorite sport to watch on TV.
Mm.
Uh,
Football, basketball.
I kind of don't like to watch them on TV. I like to watch them live.
Okay.
But I'm gonna tell you this. If I sit down and watch something on TV and I know I'm gonna
Hmm.
stay and watch, it would probably be football.
I love it.
Football or soccer. Football or soccer. I can
Okay.
watch and stay watching on TV. Baseball, not so much. However, my favorite to watch in person is baseball for some
Okay.
reason. I don't know
Now,
why.
are we a Padres fan?
Yes,
Okay.
1000%, even though we
Okay.
could never make it.
Okay. Girl,
But
you gonna have me blushing in a minute. You know how hard that is in my pigmentation in my skin. I'm a Padres fan too. I'm Padres too.
yes,
No
yes,
doubt.
Padres always, always, and when the Padres and Dodgers play against, it's always Padres. But if Padres are not playing and it's Dodgers and someone else, then I'll go for Dodgers.
I got you. I got you. I'm a huge 619-858 representative of San Diego. So yes, I try to represent my San Diego teams all the time. So I'm a
All the time.
huge
Um,
Padres fan. No question.
Huge, same, and all my childhood experiences with watching because we would watch games all the time at the Padres
Mhm.
at the Qualcomm Stadium back then,
Right.
are from Padres, so that's my root. Very
I
loyal.
I remember going when the Padres made it to the World Series. I was super young. I
What
was
year was that? Because I don't. My brother, my husband keep talking about that the one time, and I don't remember it.
it was 98. I believe I was
I see. I should remember that. I should remember because that's in the time where I was in that world, and I don't remember.
right. They played the Yankees and they got swept. It was pretty bad.
Oh.
But
Mm.
I remember going to the World Series game and I think I was like maybe 10. I was 10 years
Uh
old.
huh. Uh huh.
Yeah, I was pretty young. I don't fully remember, but I do remember being there. Because that's when the Padres and the Chargers used to play in the same stadium. Growing up.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
right. That's the Qualcomm Stadium. Yeah.
Qualcomm Stadium.
Hmm.
So I remember that. That's when the last time the Padres made it to the World Series, and that was over
Wow,
27 years ago. So
that was a long time
hopefully,
ago.
yeah, it was a long time ago. Hopefully, they can make it back though. That'd be great. But I love your
That would
answer.
be so
Baseball,
fun. That would be so fun.
it would be. I would personally fly from wherever I'm at to see the Padres in the World Series. As a
And have
fan,
you?
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, 100%. And have you been to the Petco Park? yet?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
I
Yep.
would think so, right? But I
Oh
just
yeah.
wanted to ask because it's so
No,
beautiful. Like,
you're
it's like
good.
another level. Yeah.
You're so good. Yeah. So I had a prior to me accepting a job interview for a job in Minnesota, I had a job interview in San Diego. And I still have
Oh,
family in
nice,
Los Angeles as well. So I typically try to get out there at least once or twice a year. I mean, obviously, as
nice.
you know, California is a hotbed for a lot of big time sporting events.
Yes, yes.
As we just talked about the Super Bowl being in San Francisco, and then we talked about the
Wow.
NBA All Star game being in Los Angeles. So, and not only that, but the Super Bowl in 27, the following year, is in Inglewood.
Oh, that's the year that's gonna be here. Okay, because
Hmm.
they keep talking about it, and I'm like, but what year is it gonna be? Because it's gonna be something.
It's
It's
going to
gonna
be
be
something.
something.
I'll be
Mm-hmm.
there too. There's no question about that.
Nice,
So yes,
nice,
it's going to be in Inglewood in 2027 for sure.
nice.
Last of the favorites before we get to the next question, and that is favorite place you like to eat at. I know for me personally, I love me some Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles out there.
I love that.
That's banging. That
Ah,
spot is banging. What's yours?
ah. Believe it or not, I've never been to Roscoe's. By the way, I've never
Okay,
been.
we're gonna have to change that.
We're gonna
We're gonna
have
have
to
to
change
change
that.
that.
Yes,
Yeah, we're
you're
gonna have
gonna
to
have
change
to
that.
change that. But I have several. Let me think.
Okay.
Uh, ultimate favorite. Dang it, I have several. But if we're in LA and we're like, oh, let's take advantage that we're in LA. Although we'll go to LA pretty often, because I'm on the outskirts of LA, so we're
Okay.
like an hour away from LA.
Okay.
Uh, so la, 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 ba, ba, ba. I don't know. I have a lot of favorites, but we always love. But that's because I'm a big fan of sushi, and even though I had Japanese sushi, right? But I love Sushi Stop, but it's the one in Franklin Avenue because there's different. There's one in Santa Monica, and there's
Yep.
one in, and it's just the way the chefs cook. It's completely different. The one in Franklin Avenue next to the ups, what is it? Up Citizens Brigade. What is it? Up something Citizens Brigade. I can't believe I can't remember. I went to that school. Upright Citizens Brigade. Right next to it. That one is
Hmm.
super good. It's
Right.
really cheap for LA prices. It's really cheap, and we just love it there. But other than that, an LA. I want to think of an LA like traditional one.
Right.
I love King Taco.
I know what you're talking about.
King
Yep.
Taco.
Hmm.
um,
Very good.
I kid you not. The moment we hung up, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, this place and this place." I can't remember right now
Right.
because I
Right.
have so many. Let me think. Let me think.
Any chain
Oh,
restaurants that might be your favorite?
I love Boca de Beppo. I
Oh, hell
love
yes. Oh,
Boca
yes.
de Beppo is a must.
Hmm.
I love. I can't think of them right now. Oh, Cheesecake Factory. I just love Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Their three cheese ziti is one of the best dishes I've ever tried. I love their ziti.
and have you ever tried the what is it? The steak Diane from Cheesecake Factory?
Hmm. Yep.
Melt
Yep.
for.
Now, hold
Um,
on. How you like your steak, though? That depends how you like your steak.
medium. I like it medium.
Okay, so I'm a
How do you
medium
like?
rare. Medium rare.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's
Same
more like
difference.
medium rare. It depends because some places their medium is to cook. I like it red in the middle and then
Yep.
cook on the outside. Yeah, yeah.
Me too.
So it depends on
It
the
gotta have
restaurant.
juices. It gotta have some juices to it, so I don't have to put a lot of sauce on it. Because normally when it's well done, you gotta like lather it in sauce
And
for
it's
it to
like
be good.
super chewy too when it's
Right.
well done.
Right. It's like
Yeah.
no. It's good. Okay,
And
you
then
got
my
some good
jaw's just
taste,
tired.
girl.
Thank
You got
you.
you got some good taste. I like that. Look at you. Um,
And I could probably think of other restaurants, but I can't think of them right now.
that's okay. That's okay. We gonna keep in touch and talk offline as well. So I
There you
love
go.
that.
Yeah.
Here- now this next question has to do with your day-to-day operations. Now,
Okay.
I would love to know what's a day in the life of Raquel. You know, we talked about it, right? You're an actress. How many how many auditions do you normally try to go out for? Do you have an agent that's out there trying to get you different roles? You're also a wife and a mom too. So you say you have a daughter. I know you're
Mm-hmm.
probably getting her ready to go to school on most days as well, especially since the school year just started. How many if you do go to auditions, how many auditions do you try to do a day? If you are in roles, are you looking for particular roles, or are you just looking for roles that just fit your personality? Tell me, what is the day in the life of Raquel?
Oh my God. The day in the life of Raquel is actually not constant. Although, right now, with my little one's school, there is some constant now, right? There's a constant now. We are homeschooling. So I'm a
Okay.
teacher as well now.
Wow.
Although
Okay.
TK is really easy. It's really, it's phenomenal. It's fantastic. It's amazing. I've never liked teaching before, by the way. I never tutored, and for the longest time in my schooling career, let's put it that way, so high school and college, my classmates would be like, "Why don't you just tutor? You can tutor, like you're really good at it." And I would
Right.
always tell them, because I'm really good at understanding. I'm not really good at explaining. I'm
Right.
horrible. I'll be like, "It's so simple, like it's in your face. It's this and this," right? Instead of trying to dissect it and try to explain to them so they can actually
Right.
understand it,
Right.
and then they get it, right? So that
Mm-hmm.
I could never tutor, right? And cut to now being a parent, and just from when they're born, like you really have to learn to like deconstruct everything you knew and bring it up again, right? As a parent, especially if you don't want to mess up as much, right?
Right. Right. Absolutely.
um
Yes.
and you want to be a more conscious parent, which is the case with me. I want to be a more conscious parent. i
Mm-hmm.
i, I think we're all going to mess up somehow,
Yep.
somewhere. I
Yep.
just don't want to mess up as much, right? So as she's growing up, toddler years, so 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, I realized how much I had to reprogram my brain to be patient and teacher and go her pace and everything that I couldn't do to tutor back then. Now I can. It's like, oh my God, it was so simple and I couldn't see it back then, right? It's so
Mm-hmm.
simple how you slow
Mm-hmm.
down and you can dissect everything so they learn. And this came from a place of love now, because I was a mom. I am a mom, sorry, and I was trying to teach her, and it came from a place of loving her, right? And I was
Right.
like, oh my God, if I could have just figured that out, like that, if you come from a place of nurture and love, you can tutor anyone, right? Anyways, but no, I was coming from a place of impatience and like, how can you not get it, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
So
why are you not learning it as fast as I am?
it's
I'm like,
so
totally.
easy. Like it's
I
so
totally
easy. Like
understand.
it's in your face. It's so easy. But for me, it was easy. It wasn't easy for them, right? So
Sure. Sure.
now I understand that. Now life has a way to teach us lessons very, very funny,
All
right?
the
And
time.
easily,
All the
all the
time.
time, and to humble us even more. I think I've always been pretty humble. I feel like I'm way more humble, and I have a long way to go. I still have a long way to go, right?
Amen to
But
that.
yeah, amen to that. So,
Mm-hmm.
long story short, when it came to thinking about schooling, uh, obviously, given the environment right now, everything that's happening in the world, in our country, my husband and I got a little paranoid. I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind staying home and teaching her. Like,
Mm-hmm.
as a matter of fact, I would enjoy it. I would love it, because I've been enjoying teaching her everything, like just life, right? Like just like life. And we looked into it. We looked at the pros and the cons of homeschooling and everything, or sending her to like school. It didn't help also that she's very shy and she's the biggest introvert, like the biggest introvert. Like it's incredible how much of an introvert. Like she's the complete opposite of me.
She must take after dad.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
it's funny because in front of a camera, I don't know if you've been following my social media, she can perform, but she's like a comedian. I don't know if you've ever met like the biggest comedians. They're like they can perform, but when it comes to like their space and personal, they're very introverted, and that's the thing
Sure.
with a lot of us performers. Yes, we can perform, but when it comes to recharge and our lives, like we're like that. And I'm a bit of a hybrid. I'm very extroverted, but when it comes to recharge, I have to recharge alone. It's like, okay,
Oh,
bye
okay.
world. Like, I
Okay.
gotta go. Bye. So
Ooh.
somebody told me you're a hybrid, and I'm like, well, what? Tell me more, right?
Right,
Because
right,
I was thought I was an extrovert, and they're like, no, you gotta recharge on your own. You gotta take your time. This is what you do. And I was like, holy crap, I'm a hybrid. Okay, so now I know, right?
right.
Now my daughter is the biggest introvert, and she was having panic attacks thinking about school. And I was like,
Mm,
well, maybe like this is a sign. Maybe we should try homeschooling. And but when it comes to things that she likes and she can get to hang out with kids that they have that in common, let's say her ballet, she's okay with that because that's something she likes. So she'll socialize in that environment. Her gymnastics, she's okay with that. She'll go and hang out with the kids. But if we go to like a public event, she's just like
right. Not talking to
so
nobody. Okay,
yeah,
got
she's
you,
like,
got
don't
you.
talk to me. And I feel like she's a huge empath. I feel like she can feel energy for sure. And I think that's the whole reason why she is an introvert because of how much she can feel energies. But that's a whole nother subject that not everybody believes in, but I believe in. And I
And
pay
that's
it.
the only thing that matters, girl, is if you believe
Yeah.
it. That's the only
And
thing
and
that matters.
and I pay attention to my daughter. I see how she reacts. I'm always, I'm always paying attention. I'm very present. I can say that surely. So what is we this year we started TK. This is our
Hmm.
first year of homeschooling. We started 2 weeks ago. So right now, the day in Raquel's life, a day in Raquel's life is, we wake up, we do breakfast, we chill a little bit, we digest a little bit, we do homeschooling, and then yes, I am auditioning. I have been auditioning since COVID. I only take auditions that are self tapes because since COVID I became a mom.
Right,
Because I
right,
have had her at home all the time. It's harder for me to go into LA or just to go into an in person audition. Like I'm not gonna leave her outside. So right now that thanks to COVID, a lot of things changed and most of it is self tape.
right,
It's a win win for me. It kind of worked out for me. I think the universe on my side. I as long as my agent send me auditions, I audition. So I can film. There's weeks where I'm filming 6, 7, 8 auditions in a week, and then there's weeks where I'm filming 2. So I'm always filming auditions. I'm always
so
auditioning
so
for
differentiate is what you're saying. It differs each week.
each week. Yes, because
Okay,
it
got
comes
you,
down
got
to the submission and acceptance of who wants to see me, what casting directors want to see my audition, right?
you. I love it.
So I think right now in LA, the percentage of auditions that are in person versus self tapes, I think if I'm not mistaken, it has to be probably like 30-70. So 30 are in person, 30%. So I am missing out on the 30% that it's in person, but I am still in the pool of the 70%. And it has worked out. So I'm auditioning for commercials for um, guest starring roles, whatever it's out there, and then for anything that's modeling. That's me. I do have an agent. Anyone can hit them up. I have George and Carter at ASAP Talent, guys. You can hit them up.
I love it. I
They
love
are
it.
amazing. I love them and they love me. So we're like the biggest team and they're amazing.
Hmm.
And what else? And yes, what do I do for a living? I am a wife. I'm a mother. I'm an actress.
I love it.
Eventually, I used to do stand up comedy before COVID, before I got pregnant and became a mom.
Really?
Yes, and I loved it so much. And eventually, I want to get back into it. The thing is that in the comedy world, everything is at night, and I'm sleepy by 9 p.m.
That's the mom
Because
talking right there. That's the
that's a
mom
mom time.
talking.
So it's really hard. It's not even the fact that I'm sleepy because if I perform, I wake up, right? It's the drive back. I'm so scared because I will fall asleep and it's an hour drive. So it's like,
Mm.
okay, I will get back into it eventually. It will work out. Maybe if I can do open mics on Fridays, if I can take a nap before I go, we'll figure it out.
I love that you got a pre-plan to before you go on stage. Like, you know what? This is gonna be nap time. I gotta do this. I got a pre-plan before I go up on stage because I can't get hype without my pre-plan. I feel that. I totally feel
Yeah.
that. That's
Yeah.
amazing. But listen, I really hope you don't ever stop modeling because, like I
Oh,
said,
thank you.
you definitely have that face that needs to be in front of a camera. I don't care if you
Oh,
modeling
thank
for
you.
I don't care if you modeling for Fruit Loops cereal. You gonna sell it. there's no question about that. You know what I mean? So
Thank you. Thank
please
you.
don't ever stop doing that for sure. But I love to hear the day to day operations because you said some interesting things there. It differentiates from each week,
Mhm.
and then you have an agent that gets you roles. It's not easy doing what you do. Being a wife,
Mm-mm.
being a mom, which leads me into this next question, which is work life balance and also mental health. Now, Raquel, as you know, being in the media industry, mental health sometimes affects us in all different kind of ways, a
Mhm.
plethora of ways. For
Mhm.
journalists like myself, I've seen them kind of die out, kind of leave the industry because their mental health's being affected. We're working all the
Mhm.
time. We work through holidays. We don't get to see our families.
Mhm.
Typically, journalists have to move in a different place that they've never been to get their
Mhm.
start.
Mhm.
For people in media and movies and stuff like that, there was a huge strike that went on.
Mhm.
There was a huge strike that
Mhm.
landed, and a lot of actors and actresses was out of jobs for a minute. That's
Mhm.
why you said the landscape has changed, and most people now are not doing in person stuff. They're just doing more digital stuff and doing
Mhm.
more stuff at home. I want to
Mhm.
know, how do you keep your mental health strong, but also still have that work life balance? Because you seem like a wonderful woman to be around. I don't think
Oh.
I'm breaking. I don't think I'm breaking news by saying that. I think everybody would say that for sure. But like I said, you're a wife, you're a daughter, you're probably a sibling as well. You're a
Mhm.
mom. You're a teacher. You wear many
I am.
hats. You wear
I'm a
many
chef.
hats,
I'm an
Chef.
administrator,
Many
financial
hats,
administrator.
right? Many hats.
Yeah.
So my thing is, you also need some Raquel time too, to yourself.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So how do you balance all of that and still keep your mental health strong?
Therapy. Amazing friends that help as therapists.
Awesome, awesome.
Yes, I have a really strong group of girlfriends. We're in it
Okay.
for life. Like we send each other reels of like old ladies hanging out and traveling, and that's us. You better be, bitch. Sorry, can we cuss? I'm sorry,
Yes,
we better
yes, yes,
be.
you can. Yes, you can. Don't worry about it. You're good.
Yeah. We're like, no, you're not going anywhere. Anyways,
Oh my God.
it's the mom in me. It's the mom in me, but then
Mhm.
also the Raquel in me comes out.
I love that, girl. I love it.
um. So yeah. So you know what? It's a really interesting question because I was telling my husband this. I in my social media and in my all my platforms, I always portray my happy person because deep down, I am a very optimistic, positive person. But
Yep.
just because I'm very optimistic and positive doesn't mean that I don't have lows and dark moments, right? And
Sure.
so I told my husband, I feel like I have to be more open about that or talk more about that. And I guess this is an opportunity. So speaking of mental health, like just yesterday night, in the middle of the night, I woke up, couldn't go back to sleep because I do suffer a lot from insomnia. And it has to do with that because I have so much in my mind. It just keeps going, right? So I
Right.
do suffer a lot from insomnia. And I think it also has to do a lot with my hormones. It's something us women have to deal with, as we age. Um, but I had a breakdown. I started crying. I started crying because I've been immobile with my ruptured calf, which I've
Right.
never ruptured a muscle before. I
Right.
started crying because my husband and I have been trying to conceive for the past 2 years, and TMI, but also I feel like it's an opportunity to be vulnerable and talk about how important it is to take care of our mental health. Um, I was late on my period. I was like, finally, we're pregnant, right? And I got excited, and I should not have gotten excited.
Mm,
My period was just late. It was 4 days late. I took a test yesterday, and it was negative, and I was like, oh my god, okay, so I guess we're not pregnant, right?
right.
And it's not the first time that it has happened in the 2 years that I take tests and they're negative, right? But there was something about how it happened this time. I've been dealing with a lot of things in terms of like the rupture of the muscle. I got sick. I haven't had the flu in a long time, so that happening at the same time with the rupture of the muscle, I haven't been able to move. I don't know how to stay put and rest. So that takes a little bit of a toll. I
Sure.
have felt lonely because I've been dealing with the pain, with the recovery, and I'm still alone. Like my husband goes to work for 8-10 hours, and I'm alone with my child at home, right? So trying to move around just the kitchen and doing just something so simple as breakfast and being so slow
It's a
and
task.
my leg hurt. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I felt lonely. I was like, oh my God, I don't even have a village. Like, my village is so far. My village is far. They're on the opposite ends: San Diego, TJ, New York. I actually have part of my village in New York.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
like, I felt very lonely. So it was a bunch of things that, and then on top of it, it's like, and then my body keeps, you know, which I call it, it keeps betraying me. Like, I'm
Right.
tired the entire day. All I want to do is sleep. And when I finally get to sleep, ah, I'm awake now. So
Right.
I feel so betrayed by my body as well. I just broke down yesterday. I broke down. I started crying, and I tried to cry slowly so I wouldn't wake up my husband. But my husband, thank God, he's my rock. If I don't know how I would do it all without him.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He woke up and he right away he's like, "What happened? Is it your leg? Did you trip?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just tired. I'm over it. I'm just so sad. Nothing is working out. Everything is just against me and blah blah blah." And I went into that rabbit hole, right? And he knew what to do. He knew just to listen, right? He didn't try to
Mhm.
fix me. He just listened and he hugged me and he's like, "I just want you to know that I love you so much and I'm not going to leave you and I'm here," right? And I was like, "Thank you. It's just everything has been blah blah blah." And obviously he threw a joke here and there and I laughed and whatever, and all I needed was to cry. All I needed was to cry. After I cried for like 45 minutes, I felt better.
Sure.
So what do I do for my mental health? Maybe I just cry. I cry. I accept that I'm frustrated. I'm trying to be more honest about myself, to myself, because I haven't been honest to myself. I try to be more honest and be like, "Girl, you can be sad. Girl, you can feel frustrated. Girl,
Right.
you can feel lonely." And
Yep.
I feel like my optimism, it's not that I have to prove anything to anyone. It's just how I've always been. And again, and it might tie back into my childhood, that I was so optimistic because everybody was always so violent and angry all the time,
Yep.
that I had to be the optimistic. I had to change the vibe in the room. I had to make sure everybody was happy again, right? So I think
Right.
my body only knows that. So when I am feeling sad, my body is fighting and it's like, "No, be optimistic. Look at the bright side. Look, you have all
Right.
this, you have all these blessings, you have a home, you have a car, you have a daughter that's healthy, blah, 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 blah," right?
Yep.
And it tries to shove down the sadness that it is okay to feel, because yeah, I have all those things, but I also feel frustrated and I'm hurting and I feel lonely and I feel betrayed by my body because I can't get pregnant because I hurt a muscle and I'm very active. Why did I hurt a muscle? Like, I stretch, I'm
Mhm.
strong. Why would I snap it, right? So it could be a sign of other things. Maybe I'm dehydrated, maybe I'm too stressed mentally. Who knows? And I'm trying to figure that out. So how does Raquel manage the work-life balance? I'm trying to be more present and pay more attention and be kinder to myself and let me
Yeah.
be sad. Let me be frustrated and not try to shove it down with positivity and like gratefulness. Like, yeah, I'm grateful and I'm positive, and that's not going to
Mhm.
change. That is my core.
It
But I
shouldn't.
am
It shouldn't
feeling
change.
sad and I am feeling frustrated and I am mad that I got my period, right? I am
Right.
mad that I didn't get pregnant. I am very frustrated that I can't get pregnant. I do feel betrayed by my body and that I can't reproduce. You know, I feel sad that my daughter's like, "But I want a sister," and I can give her a sister, right? At this point, and I'm not gonna let myself not feel that anymore. So I guess being more present, I guess being more truthful, and not let my own unconscious and my own body lie to myself. I am injured right now. I do need to slow down. I do
Hmm.
need to take time.
Right.
And I do need to let other people take care of me and be okay with that. I don't always have to be the one that takes care of everyone else, you know? So
Absolutely.
it's a little bit of, being conscious and growing up and accepting and slowing down. Definitely slowing down.
I love that answer. That is the best answer you gave so far, and you gave great answers to every single
Oh,
question that I've
thank
asked.
you.
It really is, and I want to touch up on it before I get to the next one, and that's because it's a question worth asking, Raquel. It really is. It's a question worth asking because we not only go through it in our industry and our occupations, but we go through it in our lives. Like you said, we know mental health don't just stop when we clock out or when we're not working. Mental health is
It's
in our
all.
life. It's in our life.
Mm-hmm.
right? So, and you talked about it, and I appreciate your transparency. I really do.
Thank you.
It
I'm
is.
trying.
Look, and that's great. It's great to be vulnerable, right? It's great to
Mhm.
be vulnerable. And it's not a bad thing to be,
Mhm.
because in our lives, vulnerability is inevitable.
Yeah.
Sadness is inevitable. Happiness
Mhm.
is inevitable too. I can relate to what you just said because I feel like I have to be like that sometimes for my family. I have to be
Mhm.
the happy one. I have to always change the mood, and
Mhm.
sometimes you do that at a cost of yourself, and
Mhm.
you don't want to do that because it's taxing on you. It's taxing mentally to always try to be happy because we're not always okay. And it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay not to be okay.
Mhm.
And like you said right now, you're hurt, you're injured, but that's an injury that's not going to last. That's an injury
Yeah.
that's going to heal. But naturally, we want things to be when we want it to be. And that's
Impatience.
right, right. That's what we want it to be. We want things to be when we want them to be. So the impatience part is that okay, you know what? I'll be fine. But deep down inside, you're hurting.
Mhm.
Deep down inside you're frustrated, like you said.
Mhm.
You want to be able to conceive in your words. You want to be able to have another child, which I'm sure one day you and your wonderful husband are definitely going to make that happen. I'm sure
We'll
there's going to be
see.
a I'm sure there's
And
going to
if
be a possibility for sure, for sure. Because I'm,
yeah,
I'm I'm pretty sure he's a great dad and you're a terrific mother. There's no question about
we
that.
try.
So
We try.
no question, no question. And um, but it again, to go back to the original statement I said, it's a question worth asking because people go through it and deal with it in a plethora of ways, and no one will know that you're going through this, Raquel, unless they talk to you. Because guess what? All they see
Exactly.
is your social media, your pictures, your photos, playmate of the year, your actress,
Mhm.
and they just see the videos.
Mhm.
Um, and sometimes people get a misconception of things being, oh man, she must have it made because look at her. She looks like this. She looks like $1 million. She acts. She does all these things, but they don't know what you're feeling inside. They don't know what you're going through, which leads me to the next question, which is advice. There's a lot of people out here that want to get into the film industry as actresses and other different kind of roles as well and occupations. What kind of advice would you give an individual that wants to be an actor or an actress?
Oh, this is actually a really good question, and this is a great opportunity. Thank you.
You're
This
welcome.
is the advice that I would have loved to have gotten myself.
Okay.
And it's not even advice; it's something that I learned very, very extremely recently. Um, so Arnold Schwarzenegger. Did I say that
Mhm.
right? I probably said that wrong.
Yep, yep,
Arnold
yep. Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger. Yep.
He built um, his financial security first
Hmm.
before he went into. I don't know if he did that purposely or it just happened that way. But I was like,
Sure.
oh my god, that's so smart. Okay, so the acting, the artist, the artistic industry is a poor man's industry until you make it. Period. And
Right.
most of us live in the poor man's world until we
Hello.
make it, right?
You're
Right?
right. You're right.
So one of the things that was it Arnold or was it what's the other one? The one no, it wasn't Arnold. It wasn't Arnold. It or was it? I don't
Was
know,
it-
I'm
was-
mixing it. What's Rambo? What's the actor that
Oh,
did Rambo?
Sylvester Stallone.
Or it was Sylvester Stallone. It was either Arnold or Sylvester. It was either one. And I hate that I don't know exactly who it is because I don't want to give the wrong information. But hey,
Hmm.
Google it, please, and let me know which one it is on the comments, okay? But it was
Mhm.
either one. They built their financial stability first. So by the time they wanted to create something artistically, no one could manipulate them. No one could tell them no, and
Right.
no one could stop them. And I think that's very important because how I went into the industry, and I didn't go into the industry in a way where I was so vulnerable. I did had because of Playmate of the Year, I did have some stability, right? I didn't have to um, beg for or take any role at that point, but it didn't last forever. I mean, I'm probably like all the actors here in LA. I'm living probably paycheck by paycheck, and I have a very stable person next to me who has a very stable job, but we're still
Yeah.
in California, so it's
Sure.
still expensive, right?
Very, very expensive. No
So
question.
I, I'm not going to say that I'm like poor, but I'm also not well off, right?
Right.
So as I would want to. So if you have that stability, if you and this is something that, and I want to remember which one it was. So they build a business that would keep them the financial stability, and I think it was maybe
Right.
Sylvester Stallone. No, it was Arnold. It was either one. So they went into real estate, they built their wealth. So then when they wanted to be the artist that they wanted to be, they
Mm-hmm.
could do whatever they wanted. And I think that's very important. We're so, as artists, and I went into it kind of like by chance, right? But
Right.
I know a lot of fellow actor friends and girlfriends that went to school for acting, that major in that, and they focus so much on the artistry, right? And they don't focus on the other part, which is what's going to give them stability. So the best advice that I can give you is build a little pocket in your life, a little side hustle, a little business that will give you that financial stability. So when you go out there and you look for the roles and you look
Right.
for the deals and this, you're not pressured by the money, but by what you want to do, by your craft, but what's interesting to you. And then you don't do anything that will jeopardize your career, or you take this one, which happened to me. I took this job, this indie film, which by the way, no regrets. But when I was in that indie film, I got an audition for a big role for one of the Fast and Furious, and I couldn't make it
Oh
because
wow.
my commitment, because I have standards, right? More, what is it like? What is it?
Yeah, more, more.
Professionalism? Yeah, but there's another term I can't think of it right now. Was to I made a commitment and I have
Mm-hmm.
to be there, and and the thing is that I made that commitment because at that moment, that paycheck was important, right?
Right.
But I knew that the auditions were going to come, and I knew that there was a risk that I was going to miss on a good audition. I just never
Sure.
knew it was going to be such a big audition, right?
Right.
So
Right.
I
Wow.
missed out on this. And then eventually I did have the opportunity, and I remember that's another thing. That's another advice that I'm going to say. Really do prepare, because I feel like I'm a good performer. I know I'm a good performer. I know I'm a good actress, but I also know that when it comes down to auditions, um, I get really nervous because of it's the testing matter, right? It's a
Oh, for
testing matter.
sure. For
So
sure.
sometimes that would betray me and betray my craft, because I would be so nervous more about the making it right so I would get the role versus just performing as if I had
Right.
the role. So that's another thing. Really work on something. And for me, what worked out was stand up comedy. When I started doing stand up comedy,
Mm.
my audition jitters went away. They just went away. I didn't care anymore.
Oh,
So
for
look for
sure.
something that's going to work that for you. Look for something, whether that's a course that works on those nerves, the audition
Right.
nerves, or stand up comedy, which by the way was one of my girlfriends that went into stand up comedy to work on that for auditions, and then she stayed in comedy. But somebody told her, "Oh, if you want to get rid of the nerves for the that you have when you audition, do stand up, and that will take care of it." And she did that, and then she stayed in stand up comedy, and then she went and turn around and did that for me. And she's like, "Oh, this is what worked out. It really does work out." I'm like, "Really?" And I was like, "Okay, whatever. I'll just do it." And it did. I remember every audition after that, no
Yeah.
nerves, nothing. And it does give you a lot of confidence to do stand up comedy. so so
Yeah,
uh
absolutely.
so the advice is, if you can build something that will keep you financially secure so you can be comfortable and really focus on your craft, please do. And if you don't
Mm.
have that opportunity, um, find it, make it. I don't know. And then the other advice is, make sure that you work on the confidence so it doesn't betray you. The lack of it doesn't betray you in the room. Because if I was on set, I could give you the best performance. I could give you anything, but get me in a room for an audition, and I would always tank it, always,
Right.
always. And it was like, but I know I can do this role, and I know I can perform, and I know I could do this. But it was my nerves. I would get nervous.
Well,
So I
stand-up
guess those
comedy.
two things.
Wow. I mean, that's already brave. When you got that many faces looking at you, and you're trying to tell jokes and you just don't
It's
know whether the joke will hit or be funny. You don't know if people gonna throw a chicken wing at you or not because you just terrible. You just never know. But I love that advice. I really do. I think that's some great advice to give. And yeah, I mean that's just
And
absolutely
that's
amazing.
and it's the advice I would have loved to have gotten. Secure your financial first before you go into this industry. I wish a lot of things, but I also think that if things happen like they do it's for a reason, right? So I'm going to take it. I'm going to take
For
it and
sure.
run. Go with the flow. So if it's
You
happening the
should.
way it is, it's for a reason. It's
No
not over
doubt.
until it's over.
Absolutely. I love that, Raquel. I really do. We have reached the portion of my podcast now that we're going to play my interactive game called This or That. It's a game
Okay.
that I like to play with all my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. And it's very simple. I'm going to throw some
Okay.
things at you, and you get to choose this or that. So, Raquel, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Out of these two restaurants, which restaurant would you rather eat at? Texas Roadhouse or Longhorn Steakhouse?
Longhorn Steakhouse.
Okay. So you already won my heart, girl. I know we're gonna be good. We are going to be damn good. Let's keep this thing moving. Okay,
Okay.
let's let's
Okay.
let's see if we can do this. When it comes to chicken wings, which flavor are you putting on the chicken wing? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
A barbecue.
Okay. When it comes to wings, do you like your wings wet or dry?
Wet.
When it comes to wings, do you like your wings bone in or boneless?
Bone in.
So you like to get messy with it. Mm.
The taste is just better. When the bone's
Hmm.
there, the taste is better.
Girl, you are on point like a period. I mean, that's just what it is. That's what it is right now.
It is
Let's
what
see.
it is.
Let's keep this thing going. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Next four questions have to do with music concerts that you rather
Okay.
attend. So here we go.
Okay.
Which music concert would you rather go to? Would you rather go see Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Oh, Kendrick Lamar, 100%.
Okay, okay. We rocking. We going. We good. Which music concert would you rather go see? Rihanna or Beyonce?
Brianna.
You sure?
That was hard. That one was hard. Okay. The artist in me
Mm-hmm.
wants to see the performance and the show of Beyonce,
Mm-hmm.
but the empath and the fighter and the revolutionist in me wants to see Rihanna because of her her belief and like her wit and her strength and her fight. She's just
Okay.
so witty. She's just so witty. I admire both of them. I'm a big fan of both of them.
Mm-hmm.
They both, but there's something about Rihanna, and she has like she would be my alter ego. she
I
has
love that. I
I
love
think she
that.
has this revolutionary like fighter mentality, and I like it. Like she doesn't
Okay.
need anybody's approval.
I love that. Now here we
Hmm.
go. Here's the third one. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see her or SZA?
Oh my god, I don't think I'm familiar with either one.
Oh, but Carol, we
Oh,
got to
did
change
I
that.
failed on one?
You did, but that's okay. That's all right. We
Ah.
going listen. That's
Wait,
just
hold on. SZA sounds familiar though. Her, I don't know.
okay. So here we go. I got a bonus one for you.
Okay.
Which music concert would you rather go see? Chris Brown or Usher?
Usher. I don't know. That's hard. No, because I love Chris Brown as a performer, but Usher, his music is so. It lights a fire in me.
I see that. I don't normally make the same sound, but I'm damn sure with you on the Usher music. I'm with you on the Usher music. I'm with you. I just
Usher,
don't. I
Usher,
don't. I
Usher.
don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if that sound comes out of me though. I just don't know
I
about that
think
one, Raquel.
I think both can kind of do that to me though. But there's something about Usher. Usher
Okay.
can make okay, not for you, but to me, he can make love to me with his music.
Well. Okay. I, you know what? I was gonna go somewhere, and I don't want to go there, so I'm gonna go to the next. Well, we'll go to the next music one. Go to the next music
Okay.
one. Here we go. Last one of the music. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Brandy or Monica?
Okay. You're gonna hate me again. I don't know who Monica is, so Brandy.
Well, see, that is okay because a lot of people don't know Monica, but
Okay.
but that's so.
But I know
I'm not going.
Brandy.
Yeah, Brandy's pretty good. Brandy's pretty good.
Yeah.
Here we go. Back to the sports.
Okay.
Which sport would you rather watch on TV? Basketball or hockey?
Oh, huh. Phew. Okay. No, basketball.
I'm about
Basketball.
to say, girl, took you
Yeah.
long enough. Damn, like what the
Well,
like?
because I like watching live hockey. I
Hmm.
love watching live hockey, but if it's on the TV, it's basketball. It's
Okay.
basketball.
Now, which sport would you rather play? Would you rather play badminton or bowling?
Bowling, I
Are you
think.
are you a good bowler?
No, I suck, but I have a lot of fun.
Okay, that's what matters.
Yeah.
That's what matters the
Yeah.
most. Do you need the bumpers?
No, no, but I do.
Okay,
I still suck.
okay, that's okay though. That's all
And
right.
then
As
my
long as you don't
husband
need
is
the
like
bumpers.
the king of strikes, so it doesn't help that I play with him all the time. So
I like them already. That probably
yeah.
be a good matchup because
Yeah.
I could throw that ball too. I could throw that ball too. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I could throw it pretty good. Okay, here we go. Do you like desserts?
I love desserts. Like I cannot
Okay,
live without desserts. There has to be a dessert all the time.
I love that.
That's
Now
why I'm a
I'm
full chef. I'm a full chef.
Are you a full chef? Okay, here we go.
Yes.
So I'm gonna name four categories for you of
Okay.
dessert. I
Okay.
want you to eliminate one of these categories that you'll never eat again. Okay, so here we
Okay.
go. Yep. First category is candy. The second category is cookies. The
Okay.
third category is grouped together, so it's cake slash pies.
Okay.
The last category is ice cream. Which one are you getting rid of?
Oh, candy, 100%.
Girl, I'll say you on point like a period again. That's what I would say. You are shining. You might as well call you Rihanna because you shining bright like a diamond right now, girl. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell you, you are killing. You are killing this shit. I love it. Now, here's what I'll say. What is your favorite ice cream?
Oh, Rocky Road.
Say say what?
Rocky Road. You've never had Rocky Road? You've never had See? Now you're the one that's lost in the map. Rocky Road is chocolate with I don't know what kind of nuts. I think it's almonds and walnuts and then marshmallows inside.
See, that's probably why I haven't had Rocky Road because I'm allergic to nuts.
That's why you haven't had Rocky Road.
That's why I
You're
haven't
allergic
had
to nuts.
Rocky
It
Road.
makes sense. Okay.
Like I would look like Hitch if I started eating like Rocky Road. You
Don't
ever
eat
see?
Rocky Road. Don't try
Right.
Rocky Road ever.
You ever seen the
No.
movie Hitch when Will Smith
Yes.
got? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you saw it. Okay, that's
Yeah.
exactly what would happen. All right, here we
Don't
go.
do that.
Well, thank you very much, Raquel. I appreciate that. Do you like potato chips?
I love potato chips.
Okay, same format. I'm gonna say four different brands. You have to choose one of these brands to get rid of. So here we go.
Okay.
The first brand is Pringles. The
Okay.
next brand is Lay's.
Okay.
The third brand is Ruffles. The
Okay.
last brand
Isn't
is
Ruffles in
Doritos.
the family of Lay's? No?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Ruffles and then Doritos. Okay. So I have to get rid of one?
Mm-hmm.
Ruffles.
Oh hell no! You said that shit way too fast, yo. You said
Wait,
that
I'm
like
going to tell
with
you why
confidence.
though. I'm going to tell
Talk
you
to
why
me.
though.
Talk to me.
Have you had Mexican Ruffles? That's
No.
right. Okay. I'm going to get you a bag of Mexican Ruffles when you come to LA
Okay.
because see, my mouth is watering. Once you have Mexican Ruffles, you can no longer ever have American Ruffles. And American Ruffles taste horrible once you have Mexican Ruffles.
Okay. So
Ruffles.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Raquel, because I
Mm-hmm.
definitely and I'm gonna hold you to. Now, by the way, this might be
Anyone that knows in the comments, they will back me up.
Mexican Ruffles. Okay.
Yep.
Now, is that your favorite chip?
That is my favorite chip.
Okay. Okay. I'm with you on that. Well,
Yeah.
at least Ruffles is in there because my favorite chip is Ruffles as well. But I'm
Yeah.
sour cream and cheddar. Sour cream and cheddar Ruffles.
Oh, I love those. I do love those. I just don't love the cheese ones because I've had Mexican cheese ruffles. So this is
Okay.
how much I love them. My girlfriend
Hmm.
from TJ, she comes and visit every Thanksgiving
Hmm.
because she works in a company that is hybrid, so U.S. Mexico. So
Right.
she gets to have the American holidays off, and then half of the office gets the American holidays off, and then half of the office gets the Mexican holidays off. So she gets the American. So she comes over always for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving
Mm.
week, she's here with us. And she always brings me a big bag of Ruffles. That's how much I love them.
Well, shout out to your girlfriend. I bet she is.
Yes.
I know she is as lovely as you are. If she
She is
watching this,
amazing.
shout
She
out
is the
to her.
best.
No doubt about
Yes.
it. Okay, you did very well on this or that, except with the damn ruffles. But other than that, you were
But I have
great.
a reason though,
You had a
because you
reason.
have
You
to have
did.
Mexican Ruffles.
You did. And listen, you
Mm.
can't be good at everything. You can't be perfect,
Exactly.
Like, I
Exactly. And
mean,
I'm not.
hello. So I'm just trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of great things of you though. It's just, you just can't be
Thank
perfect.
you.
And I can't either.
Yes.
So it's totally fine.
And I wouldn't want to be perfect. That's too much work.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm saying. So but you
Uh,
did well. You did very well.
thank
This
you.
next question though is called bucket list.
Okay.
I want you to give me four different either roles or events that you would like to do in your career that you haven't done yet.
Okay. So definitely an action role.
Mm-hmm.
Primary, whether it's the bad guy or the good guy, I don't care. I want it to be an action role. And
Okay.
that's why I think I'm also very mad with my body, because I've always been very active and fitness oriented and um, just in good shape all the time. So when that ruptured, I was like, what the heck? Am I getting that old? And I really aim for that role. Like I know that maybe it not might not happen right now. I know that I am also getting older, but maybe between 40 and 45 I can book that role. Who knows? I'm gonna just put it
Hey,
out there
well,
in the universe.
you have many years for that, so that's for sure.
No, I'm 37 and I'm turning 38 in October, so
What? Okay,
yes.
I didn't know you were. I did not think you were an '87 baby like me. I didn't think so. That's why.
Yes, we're 87.
Right, right.
Whoop whoop. Yes, we are.
I totally did not. That caught me off
Oh, well,
surprise. Go
there you
ahead.
go. Well,
That
there
caught
you
me.
go. I'm
Okay,
getting there. So I have to
that's
get back in
awesome.
shape in a good way. I have to
That's
get back in
awesome.
shape in a good way. I think I'm going to do more yoga so I can be ready for that role, because universe, I'm getting ready for that role. I don't know about you, but I'm doing that
Okay.
role.
Speaking into
So
existence, I
definitely,
love it.
yes.
Hmm.
And I definitely want to do a high comedy or a packed comedy movie. I want to do that.
Okay.
I know people don't take me for a comic, but if you go to one of my stand-up shows in the past, you know that I can bring it.
Mm.
I can be funny. I love being funny. Um, and but I definitely right now I think my energy is so much more oriented home, homeschooling home. So I want to keep one foot in the industry by
Hmm.
doing the little stuff,
Hmm.
but I also know that my other foot is here, and she's only going to be this age one time, and it might be my only chance, right, at this
Right.
point.
Right.
So I really want to be home and present, and all that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm okay, and I actually love it. But I'm still doing things here and there, so I don't get out of memorizing shape. So even just the auditions keep me there, where I keep that muscle active, right?
Memory
The
muscle.
memorizing,
Yep.
yeah, the memory muscle.
Yep.
But that's definitely two roles that I want to do. That's in my bucket list. And then eventually I want to have some kind of presence, whether it's through a podcast or through a show, through a regular series, where I can promote and bring more awareness to mental health. I mean, I think that work that I've done, that I do, and I will continue to do on myself,
Hmm.
has opened a lot of realities in my head, and it definitely has changed my perspective. And I want to be an influencer in society that way, where if I can do it through my artistry, through my craft, and bring more awareness to mental health and just emotions, and be more, we're doing a full circle. It's just accepting that we are human beings, and what makes us stand out from all the other beings in this world is our emotions and our consciousness. So why not bring more awareness to that, and how much it needs to be prioritized.
Absolutely. No, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. What is one more thing? Give me one more thing that you would
Oh,
like
one more
to do.
thing.
Yeah, one more
In
thing
my
you would like to
career
do.
or in life?
It could be either or. Either or.
Because I do have one more thing in my bucket list. I want to have my own business. I want to have that financial security outside of my craft and my family and everything. I want to have my own business that will bring that financial security, and I don't have to worry about. And I can just focus on being a mom and an artist and just keep creating and
Hmm.
keep giving. So that's
So-
another thing. I want to do what whether it was Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger did, so I can happily, calmly, and just what is it? Freely do what I want to do.
Absolutely. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now we talked about advice you would give, but what is some advice that someone has gave you that you hold on dearly to?
Oh, 1000%. And it's so simple. Don't take it personal because it's
Mm,
not. It's
mm,
never. It's never personal. 99.9% of the time is not personal. There is that evil person here and there that will make it personal,
sure.
but 99.9% of the time, it's not personal. Don't take it personal.
So you know that saying that you just said, "Don't take it personal." Do you know that is a hit song by Monica, the artist that you did not know?
That I don't know about?
Hmm.
What? Now I'm going to
There's a
have to look for her and listen.
there's a song called "Don't Take It Personal" by her. It's actually one of her first earlier songs that she first came out with. It's a classic
I gotta
hit.
listen.
I promise you. You'll like it. You'll like this song. So yes.
I will definitely listen to it as soon as we're done.
No doubt, no doubt. I love
Yeah.
that. That's what's up. Don't take it personal. And you're
Mhm.
absolutely right. I do love that advice. A lot of times in this industry, you do get trolls. You do get people that want to troll you, that want to say things about you. But then you also get constructive criticism as well that sometimes people
Mhm.
do take personal, right? And
Mhm.
it's criticism that's good. That's not intended to hurt you or do anything, but
Yeah.
only intended to get better. But you
Yep.
do have to decipher who is really for you and who isn't for you in this industry.
Mhm.
Because there are some
Mhm.
people that do try to sabotage or try to keep you
Oh
at a
yeah.
certain spot and don't
Yep.
allow you to elevate your career. So I love that. Don't take it personal. But also be
Mhm.
aware, guys, there are
Mhm.
some people that do take it personal and they want to keep you at that
That do
same
make it
place.
personal. Yeah.
They do. No
Mhm.
question. So that's great
And
advice
even
from
and
Michelle.
even those people that do take it personal, if you don't take it personal, you don't give that people that power either.
Sure.
You just move
Sure.
on. Just be aware that they're like that and move on.
Absolutely.
Next.
I love
Thank
that.
you next.
Absolutely, my dear. I love that.
Yeah.
I wanna ask you some rapid fire questions, and pretty much gonna get you out of here on these. And that what I'm gonna do is ask you about this or that. So you choose either one. Rapid fire is a
Okay.
little different. Rapid fire is the first thing that comes to your mind. So you
Okay.
just shout it out with glee. Okay. So here we go.
Okay.
Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Juice or soda?
Soda.
Chicken or ribs?
Ribs.
Favorite Netflix TV show or regular TV series?
Like I have to pick a favorite one.
Like one that's your favorite.
Um, I forgot the name, but it's food. What is it? Chemistry, food chemistry. It's on Apple TV. It's something chemistry. I can't remember the name.
Okay. Okay. Something chemistry. I got you.
Really
I
good
got
one. Really good one. And it's based on a book that's based on a story that is not completely true, but it's based
you.
on a story. Yeah.
Okay. Got
What
you.
is it? Lessons in chemistry.
Lessons
Lessons in
in chemistry.
chemistry.
Okay.
There
Say
you
less.
go.
Favorite alcoholic drink.
Ooh, it's either a michelada, that's my ultimate favorite, or a mojito or margarita.
Okay. Now I like the person that can drink a little bit, and it sounds like you definitely got that on lock too.
Oh, I
So that's
could.
for
I don't
sure.
know if I can now, but I was such a beautiful drinker. Yeah, but
Okay.
not, I don't know now.
Your face said it all, so I definitely believe it. There's no question about that. Okay. Okay. Favorite board game.
Well, recently had to learn how to play chess to teach my daughter, and it's become my favorite board
Mm.
game.
Okay. Favorite
Very
card game.
Uno.
Oh, I'm a beast when I hit you with that draw four, girl. I slap that draw four down. I'm a beast with it. I promise you. Okay.
Yeah.
If you had a choice, Raquel, to bring three more people with you, so three plus one equaling four, with you on vacation, who would those three people be and where would you go? Now, before you decide, you can choose family, friends, or celebrities.
Oh, well, we're such a codependent family. Absolutely my husband and my daughter, because I want to show her the world and I want
Hmm.
him to see the world
Hmm.
more, because he's seen the world, but more as I've seen it. I think that the fourth person, and it's hard that I had to pick between my dad and my mom, but my mom has always talked about seeing the world and her eyes light up. So I would bring her, definitely. And
Okay.
she's like my daughter's favorite person, unfortunately. And I say
No, of
that
course.
unfortunately because because when they pair together, it's drama town here.
Right, right, right. But you know, grandma's gonna be that way. Grandma has to
Yeah.
spoil the granddaughter.
I actually do love that it's her favorite person, but I wish that it wasn't so intense.
I know that's right. I know it. Now, where would you go if you guys left? Where
Oh,
would you go?
and go the Philippines and just explore
I
all
love
the
that.
islands. Hmm.
I love that. Okay. Now, if you had a choice to listen to three songs or three artists on repeat and never get tired of them, who would those three artists or three songs be?
I'm gonna pick artists because I like all their songs. So it's gonna be Queen.
Mm,
It's going to be Luis Miguel. I don't know if you're
okay.
familiar with Luis Miguel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And last but not least, she's my idol. She's my ultimate. I know I have more favorites. I know I can listen to more repeatedly and everything, but Selena Quintanilla, she was my favorite.
Okay. All right. Well, we,
Hmm.
we go from Luis Miguel to Selena to another one
To
bites the dust.
Queen. Yeah,
Okay.
another one.
Yeah. Wow.
There
All
you
right.
go.
I love it.
I know. But I know I can listen to other ones forever too. So, but I can't think of them right now. But these are like my tops. So, yeah.
I love that. Favorite sandwich?
Just your good old ham and cheese. Actually, no, it's not good old ham and cheese because it's ham and cheese and lettuce and tomato sandwich
Okay. Very plain and
with
simple. I
lots of
love that.
mayo.
I love that. A Miracle Whip,
Yeah.
right? I love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, let me ask you, if they came to you and they said, Raquel, we love the way that you act in the TV shows and you're a great actress, which you really are. No question about
Thank you.
that.
Thank you.
But you're going to have to pick one of these genres to do for the rest of your career. Which genre would you choose to do? Would you choose to do horror? Would you choose to do comedy? Would you choose to do drama? Or would you choose to do suspense?
Oh, uh, it has to be comedy. Comedy.
Okay. I love
Yeah,
that.
forever for the rest of my life.
For the rest of your
And
life.
I had to think about that only because with suspense comes a little action, and I really like action. But
Mhm.
no, it's comedy. I
Okay.
can
Now,
Adam Sandler all day.
right? I could totally see like a female version of you in Click. That would be just amazing.
Yes,
I could
thank you.
totally see that
Yes.
for sure. Now, if they came to you, Raquel, and they said, "Hey, listen, again, we love the way that you act, but we want you to pursue a different kind of occupation for a day. We want you to switch jobs with somebody for a day. Out of these three jobs, which one would you switch? Would you want to be a producer? Would you want to be a director? Or would you want to be a writer?"
Director.
Hmm.
Easy peasy.
Really?
And if you would have asked me this question 5 years ago, I would have been producer.
Hmm.
But because I like I said, I found this new love to teach
Hmm.
and director. Oh, yes. To get the Jews out of people, I love it now.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Now, would you ever consider, I guess this is a bonus question because this came up in my mind. Would you ever consider doing anything with Playboy again?
It, with the right administration, and this is like a like an actual thing. Yes. Yes. With the right administration at Playboy, yes, I 1000%. I would Jenny McCarthy at 1000%.
I think you would be amazing on that. I mean, however they want you to do that, I think you would be amazing. As you were talking about some of your different events and different things that you were talking about, I also thought about you on a red carpet. I think you would be great on a red carpet, like doing some hosting type of stuff or doing,
Oh,
like
yes.
I think you would be great in that too. I think you would ask great questions. I think people wouldn't be afraid to talk to you. I think you would just meet whether you want to do Oscars and actors and actresses or maybe switch it up, do some billboard, maybe some music or maybe meet some
Yeah.
music artists, something like that. But I thought the red carpet would be just a really great thing. Like if you ever aspire to do something like that, I think you'll be terrific at that.
For a while I did think of hosting, and it was one of my goals. But when I sat down with myself and tried to really define
Hmm.
and said, what really do you truly enjoy
Right,
doing? And it was more like, I like to perform. Although hosting is performing, by the way, it is performing. Don't
right,
get me wrong.
right,
But there's so much more energy I feel that it needs to be kept up when you're hosting,
right.
and you should know this, I mean, with your podcast.
Sure.
Then, and it's a different kind of energy. Also, the energy you're absorbing from the the back and forth, then the type of energy that I that I exert or do with acting and performing, whether that's as a dancer, as an actor, as a model. I feel like it's different. And I realized that I enjoyed that more than
Mhm.
hosting. However, I can do the hosting and I know I like it. It was, I just didn't, I knew that if I go into hosting, then acting would not, because of how the industry works,
Right.
would probably not even be, because I would, don't get me wrong, I feel like I would be really good at hosting. But
Yeah.
then the opportunity to act and be in the big screen would kind of dim down at some point, which not really, because that's I'm blanking out his last name. Mario
Lopez.
has been able to do. So never say never. I guess I should just get those thoughts out of my head and just do whatever I want to
Yeah,
do.
girl, listen, I feel like just talking to you from this time frame, anything that you put your mind to, you can absolutely do it because I think that
Thank you.
the word in my mind when I'm talking to you, Raquel, and in all honesty and sincerity, is special. And the reason why I
Oh,
say
thank you.
special is because you wear many different hats, and you do many different things, and you have a lot of different people who love to be around you, love to talk with you, and that's no like. There's no accident to why that's happening. It's happening because you're really special of a person,
Oh,
and
thank you.
I think that your friends and again family, husband, daughter, everybody that's involved in your life would tell you the same thing. They really would. So, and I feel like I'm very blessed to be able to have you on my
Oh,
platform of the podcast and hear your why, hear your story, and listen to you talk about passionately about doing all these different things with acting, with teaching, with your daughter, your family, and all the above. I want to thank you again for allocating your time to me to be on my platform. And I want to ask this final question, which is there anything else you would like to add about yourself, the job, or anything at all before we conclude?
oh my God, no. I guess my mantra, my saying is just be kind, be smart, and always smile.
I love that. And please don't ever stop smiling. Don't ever stop doing what you're doing. And don't ever lose that passion or fire for doing what you do. You're amazing. And I want you to
Thank you.
enjoy the rest of your Saturday and the rest of your
Likewise.
weekend. You and I will most certainly be in touch because I'm definitely going to have to try the Mexican ruffles. There's no question about that.
You have
And
to.
I definitely will. And you and I would definitely be in touch and we will talk soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chris.
No problem.
Bye.